Jerry, what do you think of the offense on day one?
You know, I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, with the young kids that we had out there, you know, I've been going through camps for a long time, and you know, they came in. We recruited smart kids. I shouldn't say we. I got kind of in the end of it, but we got smart kids that learn very fast, and we're certainly more athletic in some positions, certainly in the skill positions. And you know, it's fun watching the first 2 days. And but again, we're not full pads or anything, but the skill level is definitely something that from in the spring when I got here and where we're at now excites me a lot more as an offensive coach.
Jerry, you mentioned you've been through a lot of these training camps. When's ideal to have your starting quarterback picked? Is it 2 weeks? Can it go right up to the last day before the game? Like, what's ideal?
Well, I think ideal is if you could do it earlier than right up before the game. Just the fact that your football team knows who that guy's going to be. You know, all those coaches go, well, it's going to be last making a decision, but I'm not so hung up on that if I can make a decision. And sometimes you can't make it until the last week. According to what you're doing, but you know, if you had your wishes, you'd like to do it earlier so the team knows, and so we'll just have to see how that all plays out.
The new quarterbacks in your room, what have you seen from them through just the first couple of days without the pads on?
I think the biggest thing is that I've got a good room. I've got a good room of smart guys that want to learn. Have a lot of fun, but we work hard. They're willing to put in the work that it takes to play quarterback. They're smart people, very smart, and it's been a joy to work with them, and because they love football. And that's anytime you get a chance to work with people who love football, it makes it easier to coach. But they've been very coachable. I guess that's the best thing on and off the field. They've been very coachable.
Quite the contrast from when you had one guy at the end of spring camp.
Yeah, you know, we had one guy, or actually two, with Troy, and Troy's done a great job for us because he is coaching with us as a student coach, and I think that's helped us. But when I showed up, it was different. It's definitely different. Trying to practice with quarterback depth that we had was pretty unique, I think, for college football.
Jerry, with the running backs, do you want to have a bell cow, or do you want to kind of have a number of guys you can put in there? What's your philosophy there?
You know, if you look through my career, is that we had at Minnesota when I was there last week, started 2 freshmen, and we played both those freshmen, and then we had a bigger back we played. So I had Brandon Jacobs in the backfield one year, and I had 2 other guys that could play, so we played 3 of them. And I think we'll do what the talent allows us to do. I think you got to have a third down back, for mismatches and things like that. So I think we've got some talented guys in that position. You're always going to have one banged up or so, so you better have some depth. But I think we feel real good about that position at this point, and again, until you get full pads on, you don't know. But the skill levels there, is the toughness there, we'll have to see.
Jerry, how do you want to run the quarterback battle? Will each guy get reps with the ones each day? Will it alternate? Like, how do you foresee it going?
I probably need to come visit with you all, and you can kind of help me out on that, see what we need to do. But, I'm trying to, today just try to keep the reps as even as I can, and I think we did a pretty good job of that. Where we can evaluate, we divided fields up so we could do 2 pass shells and 2 different drills and things of that nature, and where we got them working, where I can evaluate all of them. We want to be fair to everybody, and as much as you can with the reps, and it separates itself out to where you'll end up repping just 3 guys, and it separates out. We'll just have to see how it does.
Terry, you won 3 games your first year in Minnesota, and then doubled that the next year. I'm curious, how important is that second season for a new head coach in a program to sort of change the narrative, to show the direction's going the right way?
Yeah, I think it's one of those things when I went to Southern Illinois. I think we were 1-11, and then we won 4, and then we were in 5 straight years winning 10 or more, and then when we were at Northern, we inherited a 1-10 program, and we showed progress. And then the 3rd year of Minnesota, we showed progress. But it's the second year we got better. I don't know what that means in wins and losses, but I can tell you this is that I wouldn't have came here if I didn't think we could win, and I came here because of Coach Ash and his background, and I've been through this before, and he's done an outstanding job of laying the foundation and the groundwork. He really has, and I'm excited about what he's doing and being a part of it. So I think we all, there's no guarantees. I've never guaranteed anything, but I wasn't here last year, and I don't care what happened last year. I care about what happens this year, and I look forward to be better, and I think we have to show progress in the program, and I think people expect that, and to me, we've made tremendous progress from spring. So there's no question we're making progress.
What will Janarian's workload be like for you guys? Obviously, probably, I assume you got to get him in more than he did in spring.
Yeah, well, he's got to knock the rust off, so he's going to have to do a lot of work, and to knock the rust off, I certainly know how athletically he is and those things, how dynamic of a player he is, but he's still set out a long time, and so we got to get him back in there and get him in the flow of things, and he'll certainly, I think you all know, he'll have to play a key role in what we do to be successful, and I think that's what we try to do offensively anyways, try to get it's kind of like anything else in basketball. You get the best players and the ball and try to let them go to work.
Jerry, how do you handle a quarterback competition with the freshmen in it when you open up against a team like Washington?
I really don't worry about it too much. I would always just put the best player on the field, and I started a redshirt freshman. I'm trying to remember if I started a true freshman. I think I've started a true freshman, but I'm not afraid to if he's the best player, but I don't, like I said, I've been practicing 3 days. I couldn't tell you who's best and all those kind of things. I just will tell you that they all have done a good job and practice well, and it's going to be a tough decision, on who we pick, and that's better than having no decision who to pick. So I feel good about where we're at. We just got to make sure we get the right person on the field who's mentally and physically ready to play through the Big Ten season.
Take 2 more questions.
How close do you think you are to finding the best 5 offensive linemen?
You need to talk to me about 3 weeks. We'll figure it out. So we got a long way to go, in my opinion, to figure that out. Where we're at.
Jerry, how do you expect to utilize the tight ends this year in the offense after last year? Them kind of being a non-factor.
Well, I think if you study my background with tight ends and things, with Max Williams and some of the people that we had, at Minnesota, we utilized the tight ends. So I don't know, Vince, our tight end coach, said they caught more balls yesterday than they caught all season last year. So I guess I think must be making a little progress. But tight ends will be certainly a part of the offense. And you look at the NFL, you look at any level, and tight ends and backs are catching a lot of footballs.
All those programs, that you mentioned, having been around and success in the past, what prompts you to kind of say that you believe in Chris's foundation? Like, what do you see that just speaks to you as kind of being the right things?
Well, coming in here and laying the groundwork and the discipline and holding people accountable and hiring good people, getting academics in the right direction. The weight coach, Coach Parker is one of the best in America. I was looking at this, you better have a dang good strength coach, you better be damn good in academics, and you got to build facilities, and because that attracts good players. And I never known any coaches to win any games. I have known players to win a lot of them. And so those 3 things are, and he's done that, and his system and the approach he takes is very similar to what I've been a part of. So that's why I feel so comfortable about coming here. And that's why it's easy. A lot of people say, hey, you miss head coach and all that stuff. No, I don't, because I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and I think me and Chris are a good fit because I think we're doing things similar, and I believe in his system. And the biggest thing we have to do is get everybody else, and when you're changing a culture, you got to get everybody to understand the mission, and he works his butt off to do that. The man's a relentless worker now. I can work hard, but he's relentless. He's a relentless worker. There's nobody wants to win more than that guy does. I promise you, for you all in the state, I mean, he is a competitive dude. I hope you figured that out by now. He's major league competitive, and he loves football.